Benko Amigo, and welcome back to the Three Dads of the podcast. It's me, Freddie D.
And it's your favorite baby daddy, BD Birdo.
Your boy, Daddy Los.
And together we're back again. Episode 3. Holy shit.
3 weeks in a row.
Fuck.
That's what you call a turkey in the bowling community.
Really?
Yeah.
That in Major League is called a winning streak.
Oh, winning streak.
I don't play golf. I'm pretty bad at it. Wait, golf or bowling?
Bowling.
I'm bad at that too.
Are you really?
Horrible.
We're going Tuesdays,
Horrible.
half price.
I am awful at bowling. I can't do the curve.
I can curve it. I can curve it, but I hit the gutter.
Guys, just bowl 100. That's all I ask for.
That's all we have.
That's it, 100.
If you're on my team, you better bowl 100.
You telling me you want that smoke?
Listen, I was at a charity bowling league. True story. I bowled 96, and these two women came out to me and said, "You really need to just bowl 100." I was like, okay, bet. I didn't know. I thought this was for charity. I didn't know this shit was like legit.
Like real.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
So when it was like round 3 or round 2, whatever you call it, apparently you don't bowl in the same spot.
The fuck does that mean?
So when your name is called, you have to pay attention. There's a red light that tells you you need to bowl on the left side or the right side. So me thinking like an idiot, like, oh, I'm always going to be on the right side because this is where I start. I bowl on the right side. Tell me this other team, the lady on the other team, cussed me out like, first of all, you bowled on the wrong side and you took my points. And I was like,
did you at least get a strike for her?
No. Like I said, I didn't roll a 95. I'm going to get it. Oh my God.
Speaking of sports, guys, baseball's back. Basketball's back.
I know.
In full swing. And hockey. Playoff hockey.
And hockey, which I had no idea.
Anybody
Are they even promoting it?
No, they're not.
Yeah,
honestly.
they are.
Well, I haven't seen it.
I haven't
It's
seen
probably
nothing.
because your team's not in it.
I don't have a team.
I don't have a team either.
I mean, they promoted the shit out of the Bruins, so.
Oh, the Bruins are okay.
Yeah, I think
Maybe
they're down.
not in
I think they're down
Western
2-0. Whatever.
Oh,
What do you guys think of the bubble?
Bubble's actually pretty cool.
I think it was like 3 weeks in a row that NBA has nobody testing positive with COVID.
Yeah, because they stay in the bubble, unlike the Marlins, so.
Facts.
Or the Cardinals.
I guess that's what you need to do. I don't know. If I was an athlete and you're like, hey, you got to finish the season in this bubble, I don't know how I feel about that. That's just wild.
But it's working now because obviously it's a couple games in the playoffs, right? But you think they would opt in for next year for like a full-on 82-game season plus playoffs if it came down to this?
In a bubble, I couldn't do that. No.
I don't think they would.
Especially for veterans that have families. There's no way.
Because you're inviting more teams, right? Not every team is.
Well, yeah,
there,
no.
right?
It's a fresh new season. Everyone has to play.
They might be in trouble next year.
Yeah. For the NBA, next year is technically November. That's the new season
you're right.
starting.
Yeah.
So they have time to figure that out. But the football season's starting out soon. Like they have training camps right now. So what does that look like? Are there bubbles? Major League doesn't have bubbles. And we already see the side effects of that, of like the Marlins, the St. Louis Cardinals testing positively for their COVID. But again, it's like, even if you get a positive test this week, 3 weeks later, you could have another positive test. So what does that mean?
Well, did you see that Matthew Stafford had a false positive?
A false positive, yeah.
He was pissed. I would be pissed. His wife went off on Twitter talking massive shit about the NFL.
Is he still playing for Detroit?
Yes, sir.
Mama get to get it.
I think the Patriots had no COVID positive tests.
Yeah, because half the team is gone.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey,
They're just dropping out.
Relax, bro.
It's like high school dropout all over again.
We got Cam Newton
It's
and,
like a Kanye
and
West
a dream. Kanye West.
Maybe they left. They opted out because they didn't want to play with Cam Newton.
I mean, the people that are leaving they've already.
No, I'm kidding.
They're solidified in the Patriots. Like they've already won their rings. It is what it is. I get it. At the end of the day, it's a family decision.
Yeah, I would be interesting to see how it starts in football, because this baseball was postponing like games and stuff. It's going to be a nightmare. Do you make them up? Do you just count them as lot? Like, what do you do with them?
Well, you make them up. That's what they're doing. They're just postponing them. So yesterday, I think the Yanks had a doubleheader with the Phillies.
Oh, God.
7-inning games.
Whew.
Seven,
Oh, really?
7-inning games. Yep.
All right. What are Yankees still like first place, like 10-1?
Yeah, they are. But like, if you give them an example, they were down 7 runs, and then the last inning, they were down by 1 or 2 or something like that, and then they lost because it was the 7th.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't see that.
Yeah, it was like a crazy comeback.
yeah.
Is that yesterday?
Yeah, it was like
Oh, wow.
it was the first game of the doubleheader.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
brutal.
COVID got us.
But hey, you got to get those games in.
That's true. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I mean, Major Leagues is meant for 9 innings, not 7. What's another 2 innings?
That's
What's
like a
what's
half hour.
What's another 6
I know, but
outs?
you've done like double headers before. It's not
Exactly, it's
anything
not nothing
foreign
new.
or whatever.
I saw Major League 1 and 2. Like they did triple header.
I honestly think they're just trying to get the players in and out of the field as quickly as possible.
yeah.
You
Get
know,
everybody in, get everybody
but
out.
even the NBA is doing that too.
Wow.
Some of these games are not even being finished because there's games right after that.
No, they're finishing. Miami.
I know that, but I
Miami
think
just played like 3 out of 4 days just now.
No, I get it, but
That's
I think the
crazy.
very first game ended early because there was another game after that. So they're very strict about
Time and
I mean,
scheduling
I
and
don't
stuff.
get it.
How many courts did they build? Because where's the
I don't know.
WNBA?
I have no
playing?
idea.
Is it like
4
on
or
another
5.
4 or 5? Okay, because I'm like, where's the WNBA playing? Because I know
Listen,
they're there.
Shout out to WNBA. They are magnificent right now. I saw that Diana Taurasi pass, no look pass. I don't know if you guys saw it. Should have been a top 10. She was in the corner of half court, did a no look pass straight down the court for an easy layup. It was crazy. I wish we were live. I'll put it up on the screen. Where's Geo at? to
She is
fucking do that for
disgustingly
us?
good. She is really good.
She's a GOAT.
Yeah, I don't watch WNBA. I don't even watch NBA like that no more.
It's because you don't have a daughter.
You don't either.
Exactly, but I have a niece. 2 of them.
I barely watch
And
the
I think
WNBA.
one of them
I
might
barely
be
watch the
a basketball
WNBA,
player.
so I don't watch it. If I want to see layups, I'll just record myself play basketball.
No,
No offense.
No, WNBA is
I need excitement, just like baseball. Like home run gets me excited.
WNBA
Gets me hard.
really exciting when it comes to playoffs time. And if you're a gambler, that's the sport you want to gamble.
Is WNBA.
Yeah, you know which one to go for and cover the spread. There's an algorithm of like, yeah, that team.
Just gonna smoke everyone.
The Connecticut Sun's probably gonna like smoke most of the teams.
I like
Guaranteed
it.
return type shit. Shout out to Lewis Hamilton winning that Formula One race. I had to put it in there
Such a groupie.
with 3 tires. My man had 3 tires in the
Bro,
car
there was
and
four-
won the race.
With 4 laps, that's like a
Did you guys see
20-second
that?
every 4.
Did you guys see it?
I did not.
I did not see
You
it.
didn't see Lewis Hamilton cross that finish line with just 3
You
tires?
described it to me.
I was too
so I
busy
didn't have to
with
see it.
life, Freddie, at 8 in the morning.
Ask me how many times I watched it.
How many
lot.
times?
4.
4? That's not
The
that
4
much.
laps?
The 4 final laps, or
Because
the
there's
whole
4
thing?
tires in a car, and I saw 4.
Oh.
But he finished in 3.
No, I'm not going to lie. I mean, just
Shout out to him.
watching it with you a couple times, it is pretty intense.
It's on.
I like it. I
this
like
weekend. Just like
My
you know,
boy-
Formula One.
Boy, Target had a good round today.
it. Oh, yeah?
We going?
Oh, today's Thursday. Holy shit! What did he do?
I think -2.
Oh,
-2. But I think the leader is -6.
he's in the hunt.
He's in the hunt. That's all we
what
care
Tigers
about.
do, baby. They're always in a hunt.
Man, I'm excited with all this sports. Like, this is the busiest August of all.
Usually it's
August,
dead,
yeah,
right?
because it's just baseball, right? Yeah, just baseball. Basketball's ended, right? Hockey's done.
Yeah, basketball, hockey's all done. It's just baseball,
And then
they're trying to
training
get
camp.
seeding. And then training camp.
And
Yeah.
preseason games for football, but there is no preseason.
Dude, imagine if
games.
the Olympics were on.
Oh, man, I love Summer
Wait,
Olympics.
is it summer? 'Cause
Yeah, it's
I don't fucks with the winter.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, what's going on with this ice game?
No offense, those fuckers.
There's a reason why they're in the Olympics.
They're really
I just
good.
don't
Yeah,
fuck with it in the
exactly. But
wintertime.
it's not my thing. Like, I don't need to see shuffleboard or whatever it's
No,
called.
no. Of course, and blame it on New England because
I'm like, the only thing I know is, hey, is Shaun White competing? That's all I care about.
which he was legendary. I don't know, was it 2 years ago?
Yeah.
He got a gold medal in
Yeah.
a half pipe or something.
Yeah.
Michael Phelps,
and
who I hear has
Also-
a great documentary on HBO.
Is it coming out?
I think it's already out.
HBO, HBO Go,
This is-
HBO Max. I'm so
HBO
confused
Max,
with
they're all the
fucking
same thing,
streams.
man.
I don't know. Amazon didn't sign a deal for some reason, so I'm kind of fucked.
Did they say like he has some like weird shoulder thing or whatever? Like the way his wingspan is, like
Double
it's-
jointed or something?
yeah, or something like
Yeah,
that.
he has a freaking swimmer's body.
It's almost
That's why he's so
alien-like.
good. It's so interesting how the body is. Like, you can already tell people what sport they may be just perfectly fit for. You know what I mean?
So let me.
I ain't fit for shit. I just want to
let
throw
me
that
ask you
out.
this question: LeBron, you think he went the right route with basketball, or he should have been like a football player?
100%. He probably
yeah.
would have played 6-7 years of football and
Yeah.
not made that much money.
And football's brutal. Football is brutal on the body.
You think he would have been a tight end or something?
Bro, he flops. No, I'm just kidding. I personally think he's tough. He just has to play the game.
Yeah.
You know what I
What
mean?
about
Like, I think I would have been good at hockey.
Hockey's a new.
Because I was just shit in floor hockey, bro.
Floor hockey.
I don't know.
Like, if you want this smoke, bro, meet me
You
at the
seem like the type
gymnasium.
of kid that be hitting you in the shins on
Yeah,
purpose.
let's go.
Fuck that. I don't play full.
Bro, I hack in basketball. I'll hack in hockey too.
Well, I
No,
think
no,
you
no,
can
listen.
push a
I'll
little bit.
freaking take the jersey, put it over your head, and freaking uppercut you.
no, you won't.
I'll do it right now.
No, you won't.
I haven't
No,
seen
you
you throw an uppercut since like '95.
Seriously.
Yeah, it's been a
Can
while,
you-
bro.
Can you still swing that way?
Does your arm rotate that way?
Not about that life.
Being a dad like slows you down, right?
It changes you, man. I've become a
Yeah, I
lot
know.
softer.
When I talk with my wife, I'd be like, yeah, baseball, this sport, no football. I don't know why. I get it. Like the concussions just scare me or whatever. But I'm more restricted to basketball and baseball
Unless
for
your
my
son's
kid.
going to be a quarterback. Right?
Exactly.
That's pretty much the only position where, yeah, you should be playing football.
I hope
Are you sure? I mean, if your O-line is horrible,
Listen, I call it the Tom Brady rules. You can't touch quarterback unless you're like built like Cam Newton, where they're racist. Shout out to Cam Newton, where they don't care if you get cut through the knees or whatever. But no, yeah, if my son wanted to play football and he was a quarterback, absolutely. If not, he's playing soccer and that's football.
football.
You know what I'm saying? European style. That too. What
Right.
about a rugby player?
Oh, those guys are like the toughest.
I've never seen size.
Have you ever seen
that
like
big?
rugby matches? Like
Yeah.
those things are
Live?
crazy. Yeah.
They don't wear pads, and you hear like,
Oh,
it's crazy.
I forgot what was it? The big Samoan dude. I forgot his name, but he was like a tank, just running over people.
oh, what do you call those things that they do, like chants?
The hookah or haka,
Oh my
something like
god,
that. Get intense.
gets me going.
Gets me going. Gets me a little hard.
Hard in the paint. Hard in the paint. Hard in the paint.
Hard like you want to play, or hard
I don't know yet. We'll see. We'll
you
see.
want to play Call of Duty Warzone.
Oh, fuck that game. I'll tell you that right now.
I just downloaded it again
Yeah.
because I see it all over the place, and I'm not the same Call of Duty player Warzone that I am like if
That
it's
you
like
once
just
were.
regular
That you once were.
team deathmatch.
I was never good at it. My
Yeah, we
problem
know.
with playing these was, is I don't look at the map. I don't look at my surroundings. I'm too busy looking at myself running.
Yeah.
And then by the time he's ready to shoot, I'm dead. And then when I'm pointing at you and shooting at you, I don't kill you.
30 shots.
That's the worst
to
luck
the one
too.
shot.
Hell
it's
yeah.
not- it's not
So I'm
the-
happy when I get 3 kills.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll take my 18 deaths.
That's sad.
That's a good ratio for me.
No, it's not. The problem is your internet connection.
Oh
That's
my.
why you died 3 times.
Gotta get that broadband.
That's why you died
bro.
18 times.
I'm the decoy, bro. You need me to go, I'll go sacrifice so you can kill them.
Listen, I got a message from some little kid because I know it's a little kid saying that was not the play, bro.
But how's that make you feel that a kid is better than you at these games? And you've been playing it for longer.
No, my thing is, if you're better with me, we should have won.
You should have carried the team.
No, but I'm just
Exactly.
saying, like, don't you ever tell yourself, damn, I'm getting fucking my ass kicked by kids.
No, it doesn't bother me at all. It's just part of the game.
It's bullshit. You
I used to be
can't-
like kid too.
Yeah.
Like if you gave me the technology when I was growing up instead of
Take full
Um,
advantage of it.
the Dreamcast 2K football,
Yeah.
like
Right. Well, there was no online.
there was not pretty much online. Like
Do you ever
overnight.
talk shit to them, to the kids?
If I had my mic on, yeah,
What do you say?
to my teammates.
No, if you hear a kid talking and he's talking shit.
Open
what-
chat? Do they still have open chat?
No, I haven't had an open chat where I could hear other kids. It's people on your team you could hear.
Yeah.
But the games I play, and
I remember we used to go hard on these kids. We used to.
you got to get used to the lingo now. Like you can't be like, you fucking suck, you bitch ass motherfucker. It's like you're a fucking sweat.
Oh,
Yeah.
What the?
A what?
A sweat. So a sweat is like your hands are mad sweaty and you play the game for like over 8 hours.
What?
My sons are sweats. They don't want to admit. I'm sure they're gonna be like, "No, Dad, I'm not a sweat." I'm like, "Yes, you are." I'll be like, "Oh, good job, good victory," and I give them a high five. I'm like, "Yo, why do I touch like the ghost ooze from Ghostbusters?"
The ooze from the Power Ranger movie?
For real. But yeah, they just like, "Oh, you're a sweat, and I'm like, "All right."
I can't imagine playing hours of video games anymore. Like I'll play, but it's not. I'm like an hour. I'm like, all right, I'm good, guys. Let's
I don't know, man.
put on
I'm
that Netflix.
I don't play video games like I used to, but I am balls deep in a video game right now.
What game?
Which
what
game?
game? Would you?
Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Oh.
Old timer. That shit's
Old
like,
timer?
you should have been done by now. You should have traded that shit in.
I'm a sweat.
I'm
a sweat.
at the moment.
I gotta get.
No, but I'm
100%
that
on
kind of
easy.
guy. Like I like these adventure games that there's a start and a finish.
Yeah,
I'm spending $60 to $80 on a video game. It better be worth it.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Without the DLC.
Not like.
That's called downloadable.
Try your best.
content. There it is.
You want to repeat that one more time?
Downloadable content.
There we
Okay,
go.
good job, buddy. Yeah, so when I buy these video games, they better be worth my while. Not like fucking.
Have you played RR2?
I don't know what that is.
Red Redemption 2?
No, what I hear is great. But if I buy it, I'm gonna be on it for like ever. So that's why
Yeah, I can't have
I
multiple.
try to
things.
avoid these games, man.
The problem is they're open world now. There's no like.
That is the beauty. That is the beauty because there's so many like side missions. You know, when I played Spider-Man, I loved it because I went platinum. Like I literally went
Oh.
100% on the whole game.
There's a platinum.
Yeah, bro.
Fire that shit out right now. I bet you're not platinum no more. There's a DLC that just came out right now.
Beat all 3 of them. I beat all 3 of them. I can't even tell you what's going to happen in the sequel.
Yeah, I mean, it's smart right now. Like, at the end of the day, in these games, like, you don't have to spend $60 no more. They'll be like, oh, the game is free. Download it for free. Next thing you know, here, you got to spend $20 to unlock this fucking map. If you don't spend the $20 for this map, you asked out, you're stuck where you at.
I don't spend any money on unlocking anything. No suit, no whatever. I just play the game and call it a day.
Really?
What was that
Yeah.
movie with Gerald Butler?
Gamer.
Gamer. You think we'll get to that point? Like Sims type
Oh, yeah.
simulation type
We
shit?
already do it.
You think we're in a simulation?
Fuck. We
How do you tell your kids you're in a simulation?
like Matrix simulation?
Wow.
Or like,
It's funny that you mentioned that because Assassin's Creed is a fucking simulation game. So basically, it's like, say you're the main character, but you're playing one of your ancestors.
Can you fuck them?
No.
I'm
They
just
have
saying, like, it's a
they have this.
simulation.
I forgot what the machine is called, but it looks like a tan machine. You know, where you get a tan and you go in there and it brings you back. So this one's like to the Greek mythology days.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. But they don't know they're in a simulation.
It's like Total Recall.
It's fucking crazy. So it's gotten me thinking like, damn, what if I'm in a fucking simulation and shit? Like this could all be fake right now.
So let me ask you a question. Let's say they have this type of game, simulation games that
Yeah.
we're talking about, and there's fucking, and your kids are playing it. Like, how would you feel about that?
they ain't playing it.
If you
How
don't
old
fuck
are
this
they, though?
chick-
How old are they?
Most games, they have the rating of it, but, you know, as parents, it's like, oh, fuck the rating. Here's the game. Shut the fuck up.
That's true.
Right, let's be
It
honest.
happens all the time.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what do? You walk in and he's like, I got to fuck this chick if I need to level up or upgrade. What am I doing?
Oh damn.
So stupid.
Is she
No,
hot?
I'm
Is she hot?
serious. Like, it's a fucking game. I don't know. Like, is there hotness in games?
As long as my credit card's not attached to that game.
Yeah, bro, we're
It's
good.
like a BBW and he's fucking her.
Oh my god.
Hey man, you just let them go with
Triangle,
the flow.
triangle.
Would you rather have their hearts broken in a video game or in real life?
I think that's going to happen.
They need to learn.
No, there might be heartbroken games where
Yeah.
they might be heartbroken or invested in their character or shit like that.
I don't know if we go down that path.
Wow.
You're gonna have-
WOW.
You're gonna have a lot of people like not
Witcher Warcraft.
like-
Think about that.
I'm
not
pretty-
checking into life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
but
it's-
I'm pretty sure that already happens. You know, you probably get these, not kids, I'm just talking about people in general who are so invested into these video games that they feel part of it. They have that connection. That's why they don't have a connection in the real world. So it could already be happening now.
I could argue that they do have a connection with because a lot of them stream and they have over 1,000 plus followers, and that's how they feel connected with their followers on their streaming device. Like, they could be playing by themselves and then stream it live, and there's like 2,000 people watching, and they feel like they'll be answering people's questions and stuff. But again, when does socially interaction become not second nature? It's kind of like one of those things of, I don't need to be socially integrated with the world physically no more. I feel
That's
like that's
why,
where we're
like-
going now.
like my kids play video games, but for the most part, they'll usually ask to go outside. So they're not those type of kids. But I can see where parents just use that as go play video games. I got my own stuff to do. And then the kid just gets so entrapped into the games that they just don't want a social life. Being a gamer on Twitch or whatever is
But
what the thing to do.
It's not that they don't want a social life, it's that we don't give them that option to get that social life. You know, I mean, think about it now. We're stuck in a house all day because of COVID. There's nothing else to do in the house. So what are you going to have them do? Maybe just play video games. I mean, it's not really, you can't just go out there and let them play with their friends. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, in a perfect world, there should be a balance. You know what I mean? And that's hard. Let them play their video games, give them playing time. The hard part is now telling them, all right, go outside. Because back in the days, that was us. Like, we couldn't get to the house.
Yeah.
Now we're having issues getting them out of the house. So at the end of the day, it goes back to parenting, how you teach them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I go back to the teaching of Jack Sparrow. You need a girl mate. At the end of the day,
Jesus.
you need a girl mate, or, you know, vice versa. You need a boy
I was
mate.
just watching that with CJ last night, bro.
Classic
we-
movie, man. Love
Yeah.
you,
Oh
Johnny
yeah.
Depp.
We watched Justice for Johnny. By the way, I don't care what anybody
All day.
says. Um,
Hey, son.
yeah, we actually watched all the Jack Sparrow movies or whatever. With my kids, I try to watch older movies or whatever. Like I put Spaceballs on. I didn't know how many times they said the word shit in there.
In Spaceballs?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, you watch it,
don't
you're
even
like,
notice.
you're like, oh my, they say shit a lot or whatever. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna allow it because, you know.
Wait, you're allowing them to hear it or are you allowing them to say it?
Allowing them to hear it. They know better not to say it.
What do you mean they know better?
They know better. Like I'd be like, hey, bad word, do not say it. You can hear it, but do not say it.
Make your kids pay $1 every time they swear.
My kids don't swear, thank God, because I have a mouth of a sailor. So
I thought I was the same way, and then when the doors are closed and they're playing online, it's on.
really,
It's like, what the fuck? That's my oldest, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck was that? He's like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm like, don't fucking do that again.
Yeah.
And of course, then it's me saying fuck all the time, so he's gonna do it again. It's okay. Again, they don't swear at me.
Oh yeah, that would be.
And then, you know, hopefully they have enough decency not to swear, depending on their environment. Like if they're in school,
like you're in school, you better not swear.
No, there's
or
no.
whatever.
I mean, if they're ever going back to school,
Yeah.
like I just got a report right now that it's going to be remote learning for a certain city around here for the rest of the first term. So my thing is this: I'm okay with the remote learning, but you got to supply the fucking materials, though.
Yeah.
You got to supply the laptops. If you're going to go that route, like not every family got laptops for remote learning. Not every family can stay home with the kids. Not every family can teach these kids what you're trying to teach them because, like you said, last podcast, like, I'm going to teach you what I learned.
Yeah.
Here's the best way to do it for math, especially. Like, oh, I'm trying to learn this equation. I'm like, cool. Here's the fucking Apple phone. Here's the calculator. And this is how it's done. Do you know how to add? Yes. Do you know how to divide? Yes. Do you know how to multiply? Yes. Do you know how to subtract? Crazy. Great. Here's the calculator. You don't need to do that shit in your head no more. There's an Excel spreadsheet that does it for you now. Like if you put the correct equation.
My.
You know what I mean? It's like you don't need to memorize. Like
That's actually pretty good teaching
17?
because if they could get the Excel spreadsheet formulas down, they're more than halfway there.
Hey, believe it or not, you do like 81, the start button, 48, and there's a button that says sum, and boom, it does it for you. It's crazy.
You learn something new every day, guys.
Learn how to Excel real quick. But you know what I mean? At the end of the day, these kids, if they're not going to do remote, then there's got to be a way where they can still do the arts. And I think that's the biggest thing. Like, there's got to be a way where they can still have 5 kids in a classroom to do painting or music or fucking sports or something so they can get out of the house. Like,
But think about it. It goes back to my point. If you're going to have these kids doing remote learning, they're not going to be socializing. So when it's time to go back to the real world, they're not going to know how to socialize, especially with their friends.
no, I'm telling you, it's a conspiracy to get us ready for fucking AI. And that's what I'm going to say. It's a conspiracy to get us ready for AI. That fucking movie with Gerard Butler, what was it called again? Gamer. I feel like that's what society's going to be, to be honest.
Oh,
This
it's
is
going to get there.
projected.
There is no
We're projecting
question.
to this way.
Dude, there's cars that drive us home.
I can't wait
Tesla.
until I could afford that. I probably could with all your income combined.
So for my kids up here in my region, they're thinking about 2 days on and then the rest online. And for me and talking with my wife, I'm more like them little motherfuckers going to school those 2 days.
No, of course.
Like, because I still think kids need structure. That's why I have my kids play sports, because of the structure, because of the,
you're saying outside of the house.
yeah, like hierarchy, like, hey, there's a teacher, you have to act a certain way or whatever. And I feel like sometimes you don't get that at home. Like, you do your work, your parents be like, all right, you did your work, go do your whatever you're going to be doing or whatever. But like you were saying, there's arts, there's gym, there's, other things to do other than just be at a laptop and do exams or whatever the fuck it is.
It just sucks out the creativity. That's what I feel like. It's sucking out the creativity of these kids that can't be creative because, let's be honest, not every home is like, you could do whatever you want or you could believe in whatever you want. There's already like implants in their heads of, no, Papa Dios dijo que you can't do that shit. Eso es el diablo. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
El diablo malo.
there's some households like that, or Allah's like, nah, Allah's saying you can't do that because you're female. You know, type shit. Depending on what your upbringing is. And when you go to school, public schools,
that shit don't matter. We all in one.
teachers are like, yeah, do whatever you want. Whatever is working for you. Creative arts, go ahead. If you want to go ahead, build that turbo engine, do what you need to do. And then you tell mom, I built a turbo engine. Okay, what did God think about that?
My God, I kind of wish we were in the Matrix because I really want to wear that dingy ass clothing and stick a fucking thing in my head.
The only reason the Matrix works if there's a Neo. If there's no Neo, there's no Matrix.
But you could be the one.
You could be the one. The one.
I fucking bet you COVID would find its way into the Matrix.
Yeah, it's called a virus.
Yeah, it's called the
It's called
virus.
Mr.
A
Smith.
COVID
Mr.
virus.
Smith, bro.
Yeah,
COVID.
like the COVID virus. You know? And we need to find like a fucking...
It just sucks.
Norton couldn't figure that shit out.
What COVID did is expose a lot of these high-profile celebrities. Like I heard Ellen DeGeneres is having a hard time right now.
Bitch.
Apparently, she had a hard work environment, and
she's blaming her staff and not her.
She's blaming her executive producer, but then everybody's like, nah, she knew about it. I guess one story was like the executive producer flipped out on someone, like literally went crazy. And she just sat there, crossed her legs and said, well, every show needs their dog. Like, damn.
She said that?
Yeah. Her DJ, like, I think he did it for 6 or 7 years. He even said that it was toxic or whatever.
Yeah, I love how Kevin Hart, shout out, he was like defending her.
Yeah.
you're going to go by his experience.
By
with that
his
person.
experience with her, his personal, she could be a great person outside of the work environment.
Or she could be a great person to some people because there's some celebrity that says, yeah, she's an asshole.
But I mean, think about her show, the magnitude of the show. Like, you can't have an easy environment in a show like that, man.
Me personally, everybody has a choice. You have a choice to either work in that environment or not going to work. I don't care who you are. I don't care if it's like, oh, if I work here and I intern here, there's a good chance. No, you're choosing to work there. You're choosing to work in that quote unquote toxic environment. It is what it is. It's what you choose to do. You could leave.
Exactly.
You're not forced to work in these.
That's true, man. But I mean, in these tough times, man, you can't just get up and go and get another job.
But that's what I try to instill in my kids. You don't have to. If you get a job at a place and you feel like you have to give it 100% because you're fearful of getting fired because you don't know what else is out there. No, fuck that. If you're not happy, get the fuck out. That's it. You're choosing to be there. If you're choosing to be there, shut the fuck up. And that's facts. Without. Mami, ¿qué tú quieres? You know?
That is hilarious.
No, listen, man, I don't disagree with you. I understand your point of view. But again, everyone's circumstances are different. Some people need a job. Some people are like, fuck it, I don't need this. And they go somewhere else and they'll sacrifice. You know what I mean? But it's not like that for everyone, Fred, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, that's the problem, man. That's the fearfulness of it. It's like,
but they want workers like that. Think about it.
that's how they get you.
That's what I'm saying.
That's how they control you. You think you have free will? It's only free will if you're free. If you're not free, you don't have free will. It's facts. Like, I could go out and kill somebody right now if I wanted to. Most likely I'll get caught because I'm not smart like that to kill somebody. And I don't know who to kill. Usually it's always personal. I'm going to kill you motherfuckers.
Not me.
I'm just kidding.
You can kill a
This is
cuco.
all joke. El Cuco. Can't kill that motherfucker. Baba Yaga.
Baba Yaga.
Baba Yaga.
Shout out to him or her. Whatever you identify yourself with.
Oh, God. These pronouns are getting out of control.
I'm just slipping and sliding.
Yeah, but what a society we live in, man.
It's human, man. I'm told you. It's human. I can't wait till I die, man.
I don't know why I'm laughing at this, but that was
like,
fucking
it's one of
funny.
those things. Is like, I know for me personally, I am 102% like, if I do pass away, that's it for me. Other people might be like, oh, if I die, I'm going to H-Town. Or depending on what you did in life, you might go to D-Town.
That's true.
So it's like one of those things. If you know you're going to D-Town,
D-Town is not Dick Town.
it's that devil town,
the
bro.
devil town. I don't know why you said the D-Town.
H-Town, and that's what I'm thinking. Like, the,
H-Town is heaven. I didn't want to do heaven.
oh, I thought you meant Helltown. I was like, what are you talking about?
He said D-Town. I'm like,
D-Town, the
We're going
devil
to-
town.
we're going
But
to
again, it's like,
Dick-Town.
okay, put yourself in a situation. If you know you fucked, I don't know if you know you fucked up, but let's just say
You
for
know
the
you
sake of
fucked
Christianity that you were like, yeah, I killed some motherfuckers or I did whatever the case may be. I'm definitely going to D-Town. Devil town. Like,
You're
like,
God forgives. So you're
Like-
good.
what? That's your out. But my thing is, when do you realize, like, okay, fuck this. I don't want to pay taxes anymore. I'm gone.
like Constantine, where he's like, yeah, fuck this.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm just going to hang out with the haters down below and just chill if there's such things. Like, I always get confused. Sometimes be like, oh, yeah, you got to be good. And if I do good, I go meet Jesus and his friends and shit. And I'm like, so what are you waiting for?
That's
I
deep.
Like, when do you come to the conclusion? It's like, you know what? Fuck this reality. I'm going to go hang out.
But this is my question for you, right? Since you can't wait to die, What if you get reincarnated and you come back?
Better come back out as a tree.
Nah, it will chop your ass. Use you as paper.
That's fine. I'll be paper.
I'll be paper.
Nothing is nothing, but it still matter.
But if you get reincarnated, how many times can you get reincarnated?
Ask John Wick. Ask Keanu Reeves. I saw a painting of Keanu Reeves back in the fucking 1600s, and I'm like,
That motherfucker's immortal, man.
I'm saying, like, do you believe in science? And I hope you do.
God.
Mommy, get to
So,
get it.
as we get off topic.
No, that's for another conversation. It's coming.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
I'm
coming.
gonna fuck your minds
So
up.
as we get off topic, so we went over what we would do with our kids in video games, and Freddie said down the rabbit hole of sex.
Yeah,
During
that went.
that went.
Did you see that Black Mirror episode where the video you did
Honestly, I get confused when I watch that show.
It's all
Listen,
separate
Anthony
episodes,
Mack
guy.
was in a show? It's a video game show. It's probably one of the newest seasons where he fucks his best friend in a video game. His best friend was a female, like Chung Li looking fighter, and he was another fighter, and they have sex in the fucking video game.
What? Why didn't they do it in real life?
Hold on, spoiler alert. If you guys don't know this, we do spoil things. So in real life, they try to hook up and they were so disgusted. They're like, back the fuck up type shit. You know what I'm saying? But then like 3 months later, they fuck again in the video game.
What?
It's just crazy. They schedule themselves to fuck.
Oh,
like Demolition Man.
Demolition Man. Fucking-
But we're not as far as that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh man,
you can't tell if it's a female. Listen, I was playing this video game. Shout out to Apex Legends. And we were rocking and rolling. And I had like my 3 kills. No big deal. No deaths, because that's how it works. It's a battle royale.
3 kills, no death.
And I
won the
was
game.
I said, good job, guys. And this girl, I had no idea she had a mic. She was like, good for you thinking we're all guys.
Oh, well, I'm
and I was
sorry.
like, I apologize for.
You didn't
thinking-
apologize, did you?
No, I said I apologize thinking that you were guys because you were playing a male character. Even though there's like 7 female characters you could have chose.
You could have chose
from different races, like different races, different boot jobs, whatever the case may be, that she could have chosen, but she chose to play Gibby. And Gibby is like a Hawaiian big boy character.
Oh my.
So,
guys
but
and gals.
again-
So next time, Freddie, when you need to be more civil,
no,
when
I'm
you're
gonna just
on
say
there-
go team.
Go
That's-
team.
That's what I'm gonna say. Go team. But again, you just don't know out there who you play with, which is why I feel like it's very important for these kids and people growing up to be physically socializing with other people, because
It's a
there's-
catfish world out
it's
there.
a catfish world.
Catfish
man.
out
That's
world out
perfectly
there.
said, man. Catfish.
You don't even know who you're talking to out there. So obviously, back in the AOL days, on that chat line, I could have been talking to Sarah, but it was really fucking Steve on the other line, on the other side of that. Just flirting with Steve and be like, "Yeah, I'm in middle school." Like, you know what I'm saying? And he's like a 35-year-old man or whatever, and I'm over
35,
here like
sweaty old man.
sweaty old man. But hey, he had a mind of a fucking 13-year-old while I'm 13.
Fucking Wayfair, man.
Yo, those things were dangerous. Remember the phone one? At least you could hear a
the
voice.
chat line. You would just dial a number and hear random people conversating. You'd
Yeah.
just be like,
It used to get wild.
My
I used to be
kids-
in the Spanish one.
Our kids will never experience the chat line.
No.
Man,
Oh,
never.
man. I used to write it in the back of my agenda, the number. So I didn't have it saved.
I've only done it once.
I remember my mom got us like, shout out to my mom, but sorry. But when a
Listen.
kid asks you for a beeper, don't get them a beeper. She bought us a beeper. I was dying.
what's a beeper for the young audience?
It's unique quarters for people.
It's when someone calls it to say, hey, this guy calls you or whatever. It was just pretty much like paging you or whatever. And
That's
my
all
mom
it
bought us a beeper. I wore it like I was a G.
It
or
was the
whatever.
first Bluetooth vibrator.
But the only person that would ever call me or send me a little message out there was my brother.
That's it. And I'd be like 911.
Yeah, that's it.
He's like, oh, what happened? Nothing. What you doing?
No point of having the beeper. No point.
Beepers are great in hospitals because
Yeah.
if you can't page Dr. France,
Yeah.
you beep them.
You beep them,
I
yeah.
think they still use fucking beepers in
I think so.
hospitals. Well, they should. If not, then That's not a legit hospital.
That beeper was like a bad idea, but hey, thanks for the great Christmas present. I mean, I asked for it, and I think I wore it like 2 weeks, and that was it.
Was it a see-through beeper?
Yes, sir.
You know
What was your number?
Fuck if I know.
It's like 518.
blah, 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 blah. Or the no skip Walkmans that still skipped.
That's why to this day, I think The Wire has always been, for me, the top 5 shows of all time, because each season covers like the trend of quote unquote the hood.
Yeah.
The do-rag, the beepers, they moved to the mobile phone.
But we live in an interesting time because I was born in 86. Freddie was 84. Carlos, you were 87.
Right.
So like we hit the stage where there was no internet or whatever, and then the internet hit. Like
We migrated, yeah.
We migrated. Like there was no technology, and then boom, there's technology or whatever. Millennial. Yeah.
And we could still relate to Generation X and Z.
Exactly.
It's just crazy.
It's hard, especially like nowadays, because I try to teach my kids the same values that I grew up with. Don't hit anybody unless they hit you back. You know, that I don't care. That's just how I parent. Fuck y'all. But don't throw the first punch. Let them, and then unless they knock you the fuck out. But
If you throw the first punch, you win no matter what.
nah, dude, you get suspended first.
Not me.
You
You stay here. We sue the fuck out of their parents. That's the fucking.
That's your.
That's the lifestyle we live in right now, bro.
Oh, I like it.
Don't even swing. Just take the hit.
Just get your ass kicked.
That's
I like
it.
it, Freddie.
I'm serious.
So
Especially
it's kind
where we
of
live.
yeah, because
Oh, you're taking that hit.
yeah, and it's like what Carlos said. You have to have a balance with the technology and then the social life without it, which is well, my kids are still little, but I still have their friends come over for play dates and stuff like that or whatever.
Right now?
Yeah.
You fucking dangerous motherfucker. It's COVID season, bro.
I know, but hey, what do you want me to do? Be lax?
Ask me how many little kids that come out of the house that are not family.
How many little kids that come to your house?
Settle.
Settle? That's because your kids don't have friends.
No. My kids have plenty of friends.
Wait, what are you talking about? They don't come to your house, but your kids go to their house.
That's a difference. We spread it over there. They're not coming over here. Shit. The Wachuchu tribe and shit.
This guy.
Sorry, white devil, but we must kill you now.
Fatherly advice, our favorite last segment. Freddie, what's your fatherly advice? And we talked about sports, we talked about gaming, we talked about AI and the movie Gamer.
I think at the end of the day, fatherly advice based off our transition of talking is socialization, and your kids need to socialize with other human beings physically. I mean, I don't mean that in a sexual way. I mean, play dates and things like that. It can't just be virtually. Who knows? Maybe 20 years from now, I might be wrong based off the data and science. But right now, what I know, because I was born in 1980, don't mind your business.
Stop putting his shit out there.
I really believe that kids these days need that human-to-human contact. If not, man, we might as well just talk to machines. And we already know the Terminator movies and the other type of apocalypse movies with robots, iRobot, and all that good stuff. What happens if we don't communicate socially? And we don't want that. Like, my time is clicking. Like, I got 5 more years.
Oh my God.
When 40 hits, I'm gone. So either I go to H-Town or D-Town or A-Town. A-Town, the La, and the 78 virgins and shit. My time is coming. What do you think?
What do you got, Carlos, for your fatherly advice?
Like I touched up on earlier, I think at least my advice for this episode is find a balance with your kids. I'm learning that myself as a parent, especially during these hard times with COVID, because there's not much you can do with the kids outside, because obviously you don't want to expose them to any of this. But, if you're going to allow them to play video games, you also have to allow them to be outside and do something, give them some kind of a physical activity, whether they go out for a walk or maybe I try to keep them close with like family.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's to me where it's at.
Yeah. My fatherly advice is fuck those little fucking kids on the online fucking chat form on those fucking video games.
Get 'em.
You live in your fucking mom's fucking basement talking that shit, pissing me off.
Talk that shit, Berto.
If I say something to you, you want to go cry to your mother who bought you the game, didn't even go to the midnight release anymore. It's fucking bullshit. And my other advice is fucking make sure your kids, they don't throw the first punch. I don't care what anybody says. You hit them back. I would never be mad at you. And then my other advice is, yo, watch who you talk to online too, bro. You don't know if that's a dude. Keep your kids off the chat line. Keep your kids off of that. I have my kids play the Switch. That shit ain't even hooked up to the internet. They don't talk to nobody. They can't even spend any money on that. So that's my fatherly advice. You can take it, leave it, and all I'm going to say is, fuck those online kids.
Mommy que tú quieres.
As always, thank you for listening to the Three Dads in a Podcast. Please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. This is your host, BD Berto, your favorite baby daddy, signing off with my compadres, Daddy Lost and Freddie D. Adios!